Stadium in Conway, South Carolina would appear to be a far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the teal. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And there he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Turner. Caught near the sidelines, will pick up a few before going out of bounds. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hand, it's Turner.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Chanticleers offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They got him. A sack denies the try to come. On 4th down.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Turner. Looking for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Herd! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are fun.
He's got it on the outside. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage.
Wide open spaces. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Tucker. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity.
You can't teach instincts and you can't teach vision. A wonderful job by the defender, breaking on the football, stepping in front, making the interception.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for space, it's Allen. Stopped in the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Trying to get rid of it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Makes the grab. It's Norton. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Snagged out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The shot that clears will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Morris. Under fire. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Handoff to the single running back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
That's caught. It's Robinson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Looking downfield, it's Turner. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll look to pen him deep. A low line drive and not his best work. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Lots of running room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Tucker. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. And the shot to clears have pushed it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tucker. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's another shot to clear.
The shot that clears have their offense in high gear. With the run on first and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. He's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. A really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Turner. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on target this time. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spray a guy free. The pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Tucker. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Morris. Working the middle, it's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the...
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Tucker. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half.
Let's go.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they build the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. And the shot to clears in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The shot that clears had this offense rolling. Going to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now
the offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the shot to clears will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The shot to clears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to keep it in the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
And the shot to clears are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The shot that clears need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Tucker. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up fourth down. And the shot that clears decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Finds a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Marshall quick to the line.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Looking to pass. It's Turner. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Marshall needs a near miracle on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Norton. Still running at the 40. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. To the air on first down. Unleashes one. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Thundering Herd was stuck with some tough field position, but now a chance to get a drive going. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play. And there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves. But that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Turner. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. On the run, it's John. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him, and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time. You wonder, as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it! Nothing but green grass down the middle. Inside, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Chanticleer! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. They're trailing by 11 to Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy in multiple.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Marshall quick to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Complete downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Turner. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that fourth down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
To throw, it's Turner. Floating away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.